I thank God for changing my genotype from AS to AA.
Said this is over 40 years. I've been broken. Today, the child doctor said that the two legs cannot balance without the two surgeries. She's now walking with the leg.
I'm an evidence of the liberation mandate, even when the doctors gave up on me, but God did not give up on me.
It's a privilege to be under this commission. I got married in 2013, December, and a week later, I fell sick. And I was probably thinking I was pregnant. After some days, I was taken to the hospital, where I was diagnosed after a series of tests that I was having typhoid and malaria, and I was being treated. Then after the treatment, some days later, the sickness persisted, and this time I was having pains in my lower abdomen. Then after some days into the pains, we went back to the hospital, where I was told to go for a scan. And after the scan, the results showed that there was fibroid and I was not pregnant. When I had the news of the fibroid, I became worried. I left that hospital. I went to another hospital, and the doctor told me this time that what they were seeing after another scan was done, there was a mass inside my stomach and no womb. So I left the second hospital, and all these things they were telling me, they did not give me any solution. They were just talking to me, telling me there was no womb. So the third doctor told me there was fibroid, again, to get me more confused. And this time he told me that if I could get a surgery, that they could correct some things. Maybe, under probability, I can have a child. And I became confused, and I felt that this was beyond doctor's treatment. In March 2014, I stopped going to the hospital because I was tired and confused with all what the doctors were telling me that was not giving me joy. While I was still worried, I decided to face God totally through prayers, because this time it was just God that could fix everything for me. So in the process of prayers and everything, one of my friends, a member of Living Faith Church, came visiting. With the present situation I find myself, I had to talk to her that I was tired. So she encouraged me, prayed with me, administered this communion with me, and she invited me over to the Living Faith Church. And I kept promising her that I would come. But on the last Sunday of June, I decided to come with her to Canaan land. During the service, I heard the testimony of a Ghanaian woman. She testified how she believed God for the fruit of the womb, and God blessed her, and she came to return the glory back to God, and she was carrying her child on the shoulder. So while she was testifying, I was crying, and I was telling God that if God could bless me with a child, I was going to carry my child on the shoulder and come back with my own testimony. While Bishop David Oyedepo ministered on that service, I felt he was talking to me directly. And all the prophecies and decrees he was making concerning the next person that God was going to bless, I keyed in and I believed it was me he was talking to. He said that the womb that God was going to open, that the baby will be coming with speed. Boy, girl, 1, 2, 3, and even twins, and it was going to come with rush, with full speed. And I keyed my faith in as if it was happening immediately. He also said that all the grasses around the tabernacle are medicinal. So after the service, I went out and I grabbed a handful of it and I chewed it with faith. I knew that immediately after chewing that grass, that my system would be made whole. I was going to conceive. When I got home, I shared my experience in church with my husband, and we held hands, we prayed together. So the next morning, when I went to the restroom, what came out of me was very greenish substance, like I've never experienced that my whole life. And I felt that at this point, something was really coming out of my body that was not supposed to be in there. and that I was getting my healing immediately. And that was it. In September, I fell sick and had to go to the hospital. And then doctors were on strike. So one of the matrons attended to me because I told her I was having severe pains on my lower abdomen. And while she was examining me, the second one was going through my past medical record. And she told me that I was pregnant. But the one holding my past record said that with what she was seeing on my record, that is not possible, that I could not get pregnant. So at this time, based on their arguments, one of the matrons advised that I go for a scan, which I did immediately. So I'm getting to the lab. The sonographer, while checking me, told me I was okay and the fetus was okay. And I was like, which one is fetus? He said the baby. And I said, that is it baby or fibroid that he was seeing? And he asked me to lie down again. And I did. He checked and he told me that it's a baby. That he was not seeing fibroid. That there was no sign of fibroid there. That was just my baby. And the baby was fine. He also said that I was 13 weeks gone. So and by my calculation, it was immediately after that service that everything happened, that I got pregnant. The 9 months journey was smooth. It was very safe. So and I had my baby, a bouncing baby boy, which I named David. And according to what Papa said about speed, the boy was barely 4 months old and I conceived again. So I had my second child, Deborah, and I was planning on how to come back with the two of them this time for my testimony. Boom! The third pregnancy came, still on speed, and I had the twins, Daniel and Destiny this time. Now I am running away from getting pregnant. I'm so happy that God blessed me this way. Just like Bishop David said, within 2 years and 8 months, God blessed me with 4 children, 3 boys and a girl. My encounter with Bishop David Oyedepo has really changed my life, my status. A woman that was named wombless, today I'm a happy mother of 4. So thank you, Papa, for answering this call of God upon your life, which I am also a beneficiary to. I want to say may God continue to bless you and keep you for us. And I'm using this medium to wish you a happy 70th birthday.